It has been 8 days now since a superstorm tore through the Philippines, killing thousands of people. And it will take months, probably years, to recover and clean up the damage. Right now, the country and its people are in a desperate state. Here's what's happening today in just two of the many places crushed by the giant typhoon. In this city, many people headed for a logical shelter when the high winds and rain hit the local Roman Catholic church. But the huge building was no match for the storm. Part of the ceiling came crashing down on people huddled inside. Searchers are still pulling the bodies of men, women, and children from the building's debris. And in this town, the Army is bringing in emergency food aid by helicopter. The military has developed a strategy to avoid being caught in food riots. The copter lands in a field at a distance from the houses. Its crew dumps food and water as fast as it can and take off, just as people realize what's happening and start to rush into the field. There's medical aid arriving as well, and Canada's DART team is now on the ground helping people. The CBC's David Common is with the team.
Canada's military, the Disaster Assistance Response Team, is now here in the Philippines operating. Barely arrived in Roxas about 24 hours ago. They've set up a camp there and are now out on a medical intervention. This is an area that's seen widespread destruction. As we drove down the road, it's almost like a giant came in and stepped on a lot of houses, squished them solid. What we've got in here are doctors and other medical personnel who are meeting with, in this case, we'll take a look. There's a baby over here, the mother with the child, talking about what has happened. A lot of these people were affected by the typhoon, not necessarily injured, but we do understand from other members of Canada's military here that there is a lot of dysentery, a lot of other gastrointestinal concerns, and that's why we're seeing things like ciprofloxacin. That's a common antibiotic being put into aid packages delivered by the Red Cross, by World Vision, by others, there to help keep that at bay. You don't want something like that spreading when so many people are going into evacuation centers, living close, tightly together. And so Canada's DART team, really just in its initial phase, we'll see engineers and others moving out, but you get the sense of just how much activity there is going on. That's right here on the ground. We're in between Roxas and Pilar in the Philippines. David Common, CBC News in the Philippines.